This is a video chart for Farmer Gap Incorporated, brought to you by All Penny Stocks. Technical analysis by Andy from Understanding Venture Plays. Farmer Gap trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker GAP, as we see right there. Take a quick look at the candles first. Very nice move off the bottom at the end of March, beginning of April, from just over 10 cents to up to 30 cents in about a month or so. Kind of in a bit of a holding pattern. We're going to come back and draw that out here in a second. I'd expect the indicators to be in a little bit of a holding pattern also, but we're going to look for hints of direction. Some of the most common indicators used are the MACD and the full stow, which we'll get on and see in a moment. MACD, we're starting to get across. See that histogram just barely above zero? Lets you know that the fast line has crossed the signal line. Now we're going to look for this to break zero. It's commonly referred to as the money line. That's what you want to see. On a long-term level, pretty nice uptrend going on with the MACD. But more importantly, right now, we're going to look for this to break back through zero. That's what we really want to see. PPO sometimes very much resembles the MACD. Other times it doesn't. This happens to be one of the cases that's following it very similar. Same thing. We're looking for that to break through zero. ADX, you want to see it above 30. 30 is what's considered in a trending pattern. Below 30, some people even use 20. It's considered in a trading pattern, a little bit more volatility. People looking to get in and out. We're looking for this to hold above 30. It's just a stronger level, and like I say, it resembles or is emblematic of a true trend. Doesn't give you direction, just gives you strength of it. So you want to see it hold over 30 to maintain a stronger trend if it can break out of the resistance. MFI is a bit of a concern, up a little high. We're seeing the 7 or the 14, this red line coming snapping down pretty quick. We're going to want to see this make a turn and get itself moving back north. We're seeing some separation between the 14, 21, and the 7. You like to see them all together. It gives it more strength for the move, but still not a bad positioning at all right there. It's almost resetting itself. If it does try and make a move, it's in an okay position, but not getting too much from the MFI. Or the accumulation distribution, kind of flatlined over this last couple months, but we want to see this little downtrend it's in come to an end and make a turn, taking money flow in a very short uptrend. We're going to look for this to continue and head back. It hasn't spent a lot of time. It's a year-long chart. It hasn't spent a lot of time above zero, in the green, as people will call it. Ultimately, you want to see this. If it's going to make a stronger move again, it's going to have to start churning its way back up towards zero. CCI kind of in a holding pattern, commonly used for momentum players over 100, people that are bottom feeders under negative 100. Bullish is back above zero, so it's kind of trending right around that middle area. Again, a slight uptrend to it. Not too much from CCI either. Full stow is actually in a pretty nice position. Down low, you like to see, if you're going to try and see this thing make a move and break out, you want to see it down low. A lot of times when it's up high, again, momentum traders look at that. But it's in this kind of, like I say, it's in a holding pattern. But this is pretty nice being down low. It gives it more upside than it does downside at this particular moment. I'm a big fan of the tricks. I look for long-term trends. And you can see this is actually just kind of breaking below that trend line right there. But I like to see the tricks trend towards zero, and I like to see it get back above zero. So it's in a pretty close position to that right now. We want to see this turn continue, and I want to see it break back above that zero line. It's an important factor. Run back up here to the RSIs real quick, and then we'll look at the candles. Right around 50. 50 is bullish. We want to see it get and hold above 50. There's examples of this huge separations. See, when you get a big separation like this between the 7, 14, and 21, tends to want to correct itself pretty quick. Again, big separation wants to correct itself. Separation, correct itself. All together is a good thing for trying to determine a move. So this is the RSIs are in a very good position. Something kind of interesting to note is this bit of a triangle it has going on, because it's kind of reflective of these candles. Also in a bit of a triangle. First and foremost, I'll make one quick note on here. These are a little bit difficult to draw sometimes, but I'm a fan of rounded bottoms. See how it has a big rounded bottom look to it? Higher, higher. Sometimes it creates an inverted head and shoulders. This is not really that. but it has a big rounded bottom look to it, where it escalated back up, ramped up, took off. Now it's in a consolidation pattern. And the way I would draw this is with these trend lines. Go right through here with this other one. Right in through there. We could drag that back and bring it all the way down to there if we wanted to. But this is a pretty good triangle it's in. And it's also, this is what we're going to be looking for things to fall. I'm going to throw this in as a first level of support. Or I should say bottom level of support. I'm going to want to see this hold this 16.5. Which is also interesting to note because that's right there where the 200-day moving average is. Let's scroll up a little bit, see it at 17. That's an area of support that this really needs to hold. It will draw a little bit more right in through here. That's why support should often be looked at as an area, not a definitive point. You can see it's held that area around 17, 17.5 over and over again too recently over the last few weeks. Classic TA, it was a resistance point, broke through it. Resistance should become support. It's come down and held it, held it, held it. So now we're looking for this to hold this trend line. Worst case scenario, hold these support levels. If it wants to break the 200-day, a lot of people will be hitting the sell trigger and letting that, because there's a good chance it's going to go lower, maybe test this 14 cent, maybe 15 cent area, which was historic support and resistance back in the past. So we're going to look for this really to hold these supports. If it starts getting close to it, and wants to test that 200-day, a lot of people's fingers are going to be going close to the trigger. So we want to see it hold that. On the upside, resistance is a little bit choppy through here because it kind of stair-stepped all over the place. First and foremost, we're going to look for, keep an eye on this black line, this trend line. That's what we're really going to want to see fall. All the movement averages are tucked right in there. This is still in a very bullish position with any kind of a move to the north side, even up to around 18 or 19. All movement averages are underneath it. That's an extremely bullish chart. So right now it's got the 50-day just slightly above it. You can see the 50-day at 19 cents. So we're going to look for that to fall, get trading on the upper side of the Bollinger Bands, and take out this trend line, which is also going to be close to that 19, 20 cent area. That's going to be a pretty big area of resistance for it. Going to look for volume to want to come pouring back in. You can see it's really trickling off right here. Kind of indicative of when something reaches the end of a triangle, it's in a decision pattern. Something has to come. Something has to go pretty soon. So we're going to look for volume to start coming in. Take out that 50-day. Take out this resistance. Take out this trend line. Kind of all at the same time. This will be a pretty strong chart if that can happen. On the farther upside, which I don't really like to ever try and make any real predictions based on that, because if it makes a strong move, then some things can change. But I'd first and foremost look for this 22. Look for 22 to be a little bit of trouble. You can see it hit it several times through there. It'll be outside the Bollinger Bands at that point if this move comes pretty quick. Look for 22. And again, farther down the road, you're looking for 25 and ultimately to make a new high at 30. But this whole chart really starts with the move of breaking through this little, conglomerate of resistance between the moving average, the PPS, and the trend line. That's what I'd be looking for if taking a look at GAP. Again, this is only my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Investors are strongly encouraged to perform their own due diligence and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not indicative of future results. To start learning technical analysis, please feel free to click on the Understanding Pincher Plays logo on the front page of all penny stocks. Thank you.